mind Alisson, calling Alisson as the best striker of the world if he scores that all important goal.
No, you have to agree that Lord Bentner is the best striker in the world. We can't disagree on this
I agree.
point.
I agree.
चलिए मजा आ गया. Hello guys, welcome to Nuts and Jokes Dugout Discussion. I am Diptayan. With me, Shagnik, रोहित दा और राजोशिदा है. और एक एपिसोड के साथ हम लोग वापस आए डगआउट डिस्कशंस के थोड़ा सा लंबा ब्रेक के बाद. और आज थोड़ा बात करेंगे यूरो कप और कोपा अमेरिका के बारे में. पहले ही आते हैं यूरो कप में आप लोग देख रहे हैं कि शाग्निक बहुत डिसअपॉइंटेड है. वो मास्क पहन के बैठा हुआ है पोर्चुगल वर्सेस जर्मनी के मैच के बाद. काफी शर्मनाक हार पोर्चुगल के लिए. शाग्निक, कैसा लगा? आप मास्क उतार सकते हैं.
वेल, मैं वही बोलूंगा कि कौन पोर्टुगल के लिए एक बहुत ही वियर्ड डिफीट कैसे बोल सकते हैं. पोर्टुगल एक बहुत ही अच्छा स्क्वाड था, बहुत टैलेंट से स्क्वाड हुआ एंड आई हैव बीन मेकिंग वेरी टॉल क्लेम्स अबाउट दिस स्क्वाड. तो 4-2 डिफीट कहीं ना कहीं एंड एक टाइम पे लग रहा था कि वो 7-1 हो जाएगा जो 2014 में ब्राजील के साथ हुआ था, वही होने वाला है पोर्टुगल के साथ. बट फिर लास्ट में थोड़ा मेलो हो गया जर्मनी का अटैक. पोर्टुगल के बारे में यही बोलूंगा कि रोहित दा ने भी बोला था कि उन लोग का डिफेंस उन लोग का मेजर वीक पॉइंट हो रहा है और बड़ा बड़ा टीम्स आके इसको एक्सप्लॉइट कर सकते हैं. अटैक में बहुत सारा कहीं ना कहीं फॉर्म में नहीं था. ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस भी कहीं ना कहीं ठीक ठाक नहीं खेल रहा है. रोनाल्डो का फर्स्ट गोल अगेंस्ट जर्मनी एंड आई विल सेलिब्रेट इट. रोनाल्डो का फर्स्ट गोल अगेंस्ट जर्मनी बहुत अच्छा था काउंटर अटैक में आके. लेकिन कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवली जर्मनी वाज अ बेटर स्क्वाड. मतलब उन लोग का स्क्वाड में डेप्थ है. काई हैवर्ट्ज, गोसेंस बहुत अच्छा खेले एंड आगे जाके टूर्नामेंट में ये बहुत ही एक अच्छा टीम बन सकता है. तो
रोहित दा, पोर्चुगल कहीं पे थोड़ा सा लगा ना यूनिट के तरह नहीं खेले. आप क्या बोलेंगे इस बारे में?
In order to describe Portugal, मैं एक एग्जांपल लेना चाहूंगा, ठीक है, and that is about Avengers. Avengers जब स्टार्ट हुआ था, the first movie in MCU जहाँ पे Loki came up with all the things, all the play toys and everything. So वहाँ पे कहीं पे you would see that Nick Fury had everyone destructive in his team. Every superstar, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, हर कोई था. Unfortunately, Captain America, unfortunately they were unable to come together as a team, right? And that is where Avengers kept on getting defeated. और जैसे ही Portugal came back, like not Portugal, जैसे ही Avengers came together after Phil Coulson's death, that is how they defeated Loki, right? And the machinations of Thanos. Similarly, पोर्टुगल का अगर टीम देखोगे बहुत सारा स्टार्स है, बहुत सुपरस्टार्स है. क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो है, डियोगो जोटा है, ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस है, बर्नार्डो सिल्वा है, रूबन डायस, राफेल गुरेरो, रूई पेट्रिशियो. एवरीवन इज अ स्टार इन देयर ओन कैपेसिटी. But football cannot be won by individual superstars. Football can only be won by a team, by a unit. Germany team में अगर देखोगे, they haven't got superstars. They haven't got someone as good as Messi. They haven't got someone as good as Ronaldo. But you know what they have? They have a team. They have a unit. And that is where Portugal lost. First जो गोल किया था पोर्टुगल ने, that was an example of brilliant team effort. जो एक बहुत अच्छा कॉम्बिनेशन हुआ था, एक परफेक्ट लॉन्ग बॉल, एक परफेक्ट रन एंड एक इक्वली परफेक्ट गोल. रोनाल्डो का जो स्पीड हुआ था बाद में, फिर जो असिस्ट हुआ था, एवरीथिंग वाज परफेक्ट. दैट्स हाउ अ टीम जेल्स अप, राइट? लेकिन अगर तुम जर्मनी का गोल देखोगे, जर्मनी का चारों गोल, कोई भी एक इंडिविजुअल ब्रिलियंस नहीं था गोल में. जर्मनी का ऑल गोल्स वर टीम वर्क. सिंपल पासिंग था, पासिंग, पोजिशनिंग, द क्रॉस एंड द गोल, ठीक है. सो it was actually a very good game of football. Where Germany showed why it is important to have a good team at your disposal and not superstars. And second of all, I believe agar Portugal is not making amends to their defense at the moment, they will lack furiously in the future because uska abhi jo defense hai, Pepe is way past his prime, bahut slow ho chuka hai, and he is not even able to use his physicality to the fullest. Second team name that comes in is Nelson Semedo. I have no idea what is he doing. He doesn't even know that he needs to stay back in the defense when there is an incursion happening. He keeps on going on the attack and then he cannot make back in the defensive space in time. So मेरे ख्याल से ये Portugal defense बहुत troublesome होने वाला है. The worst part is Hungary और फ्रांस में ड्रॉ होने का बाद, by chance, if Hungary manages to pull off another upset, by beating Germany, then in that case, Hungary and France will be the contenders to go through. Now, the two things though, France will be facing Portugal. And if there is an upset, then France may be defeated. But if there is not an upset, going by the normal trend, going by the speed and the ability of France, I'm pretty sure France is going to overcome Portugal. In fact, अगर Portugal का यही हालत रहा, defense का France will shred them to pieces. So I believe that it is not like it can even be possible that maybe Hungary and France, or rather Hungary, like if Hungary wins, then definitely Hungary will overcome Germany. So I have a hunch. I'm not sure. It is something of a pipe dream that I'm blowing right now, but I have a hunch that maybe Hungary and France can be the top two teams, because again, football is chaotic. Football is not what we think it to be. So और अगर ऐसे chaos चलता रहा, तो group of death will actually have justice.
जी बिल्कुल। अब हम आते हैं राजोशिदा के पास। राजोशिदा, ग्रुप एफ में हम लोग बहुत हरकत देख रहे हैं अभी, तो आपको क्या लगता है टॉप टू टीम्स क्या होंगे, और फ्रांस वर्सेस हंगरी भी आपको कैसा लगा, आप बताइए।
I think France versus Hungary, it was the most surprising match. Like आपने like first preview show में मैंने कहा था कि Hungary might pull up some surprises. So that's one of the things which I think came true. Ultimately मैंने उधर example Germany का या like Germany का I guess मैंने दिया था, but for the time it has been worked against France. So I think this was expected from my side. मैंने expect किया था Hungary को कुछ pull up करने का. So ultimately they were actually on the mark against Portugal, but unfortunately the luck went their way, and Portugal managed to win and actually win comprehensively in the end. But nevertheless, France actually couldn't pull off this time, and they showed that France are in the team who are unstoppable. They are stoppable, and if you have a good defense and a very disciplined lineup, then you can stop France from getting through. You can get over them. So at the same point of time, I think बहुत surprising match था बहुत जनों के लिए, but this is something which I think I predicted, and I expected something from Hungary to pull off a surprise. So that was a bit of surprise in terms of matches of Group A. Coming into the top two teams, which you are asking me, I would interpret France and Germany to be the top two teams. So I do believe that Hungary might pull off a surprise hit again against Germany. But the way Germans are playing and the pressure they are creating on their opponents, I just don't feel Hungary will be just good enough to overcome the German challenge. I think Germany will beat them. And coming to the France-Portugal match, the way Portugal are playing, I do feel France will overcome the challenge and they will beat Portugal. But I won't be, too much optimistic about it. At the same time, I do believe there is a possibility of a draw because, since there is a lot of stake. So like the way Rohit actually that if Hungary beats Germany, so there are two things possible. Like if France beat Portugal, then automatically Hungary and France goes through. At the same point of time, if Portugal beats France, then happen. Like then I guess Hungary and Portugal will have the chance on them to go through. So I feel Portugal and France might play out a draw. It might be a scratchy game. Not the game, the people might go over to and end of, and the end of the day it might be a scratchy game where both the teams, settle for a draw. It's a one run like that wise, all the three teams like the France and Portugal, they both qualify. So there is a possibility. I do feel the most realistic, outcome will be a France win over Portugal and a Germany win over Hungary, with France topping the group along with Germany. And I think, that will be the result. And Portugal might finish third, and if luck goes their way, they might qualify.
ठीक है, देखते हैं राजोशिदा का प्रेडिक्शंस कैसा होता है इस मैचेस में। अब पोलैंड वर्सेस स्पेन के, और रोहित दा कितने डिसअपॉइंटेड स्पेन के परफॉर्मेंस देख के?
Honestly, मैं अगर अभी कहोगे तो I was actually crying on Saturday night when Spain drew with Poland. At least last game में Spain felt that they were continuously attacking and they deserved the victory. But ये game में मैं ये भी नहीं कहूँगा कि Spain deserved the victory. Uh, there's only one name that I would like to highlight, and that's Alvaro Morata. I still do not understand how can he play ahead of Adama Traore and Pablo Sarabia. Okay, जब penalty था तब penalty का time I still to question that fact. Penalty miss हुआ, I understand, it was struck in the woodwork. लेकिन जो rebound था मुराटा का पास, getting at him, उसको खाली बॉल को डालना था अंदर, वहां से वो कैसे मिस किया, I am still doubtful about it. In fact, that was a football blooper यार. Like यूरो एंड वर्ल्ड कप में जो 2008 to 2012 जो सुप्रीमेसी हम लोग देखे थे स्पेन का, with attackers like Fernando Torres, David Villa, Xavi Alonso, Xavi, everybody coming of age. Now, unfortunately, we have to see someone like Alvaro Morata. I still do not understand what is Enrique's problem and why will he not use Pablo Sarabia and Adama Traore up front. Adama Traore has been electrifying. Like Adama Traore has been absolutely electrifying in the Premier League, playing for Wolves. He has actually carried Wolves single-handedly in this season. Then why is he not using? Why is Wolves not playing? That is something which really needs to be taken care of. Of course, Enrique is the boss and I am no one. But यार ये तो basic football sense है. And second thing is जो goal Lewandowski ने किया, that goal shouldn't have. I still do not understand.
Defensive
like,
blunder.
Enrique का जो decision था to drop Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos is the best defender, is one of the best defenders of the world at the moment. No questions about that. But the defender जो Lewandowski को, when Lewandowski went for the header, तब actually the defender fell down. यार, you are a central defender. तुम्हारा यार थोड़ा तो strength होना चाहिए. Basic में तुम गिर जाओगे, then you are not meant to be a central defender. So imagine if Sergio Ramos would have been there. Like I don't think even Lewandowski would have got the ball. And in fact, वो goal का time goalkeeper का भी गलती था. He didn't go for the ball. He wanted to save it, but it's common sense. Like अगर वो एरिया में Lewandowski को बॉल मिल जाए, we all know how dangerous Lewandowski is. You will not get a chance. You cannot expect Lewandowski to head in your arms. Again, my question: why not De Gea? I know De Gea had a few lapses in the previous national encounters, but why not De Gea? He is still one of the best goalkeepers in the world at the moment, carrying Manchester United single-handedly and under the goal. Like we all saw, जब Dean Henderson खेला था, of course he was good, he was decent, but Dean Henderson used to come with a certain amount of uncertainty. जो De Gea never came in. Whenever De Gea was there under the woodwork, we were all assured that he is going to do something. I believe there is a lot of mistakes that Enrique is doing while picking up his team. And अगर ऐसा चलता रहा, I won't be surprised if Spain gets knocked out before the before the next stage. ठीक है, तो it's a very questionable thing right now. But अगर last match they have to win and they have to win by a big margin.
और एक मैच के बारे में भी बात करेंगे, इंग्लैंड वर्सेस स्कॉटलैंड, वो भी काफी डिसअपॉइंटिंग था.
Again, same problem with coaches. I believe I don't know what is wrong with Gareth Southgate. We have been consistently saying that he is not taking care. He is not taking care of his team. He is not fielding the best team. Like I'll talk about a meme that I came across on Facebook. Jack Grealish in the center, Rashford on the left, and Jadon Sancho on the right, but only on the bench. So शायद अगर वो picture तुम लोग दिखा सकते हो, I guess that will be good. But you have the best team of England right now at your help. It is even better than when Beckham used to play, and then when players like when previous legends have played for England. You have gotten Harry Maguire, Jack Grealish, Jordan Henderson, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Ben Chilwell, Jude Bellingham. This entire first-string squad of champions, and they are all sitting on the bench. What is the logic behind all of this? Can you explain? Can Southgate explain? इतना क्या experimentation उसे करना है? Raheem Sterling not in form, playing in every game. Harry Kane not in form, still not getting changed. Why not Jack Grealish? And I have a severe question. Calvin Phillips is actually a defensive midfielder. Declan Rice is a defensive midfielder. Two defensive midfielders in a 4-3-3 formation. What is the logic behind that? Is Southgate not making any sense at the moment? Why is he not using Marcus Rashford? Why is he not using Jadon Sancho? Jadon Sancho has got a total of around 116 contribution in goal this season. Total of मतलब last two years में बंदा 116 contributions किया था, शायद 22 या 27 assists था and 89 total amount of goals, कुछ contributions सब मिला के हुआ था. That is, I guess, the number. A player who has got such intriguing and fascinating statistics, how can he be on the bench? What's wrong? What's wrong with Southgate? क्या एक्सपेरिमेंट करना है उसको? एंटायर टीम इज ड्रॉपिंग बैक, टीम ऑलमोस्ट नॉकआउट होने वाला है टूर्नामेंट से, अभी भी उससे एक्सपेरिमेंट करना है. आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज रॉन्ग विद देम, बट एनीवेज ही इज अ वेरी गुड गेम फ्रॉम स्कॉटलैंड. एक्चुअली आई वुड एक्चुअली प्रेज Kieran Tierney. Tierney was a super player on that night. And at the same time, McGinn has already proved himself in the Premier League, and he once again proved himself in this game as well. And he will be a crucial crucial name to look out in the forthcoming Premier League, which will be happening. So that's all from this game. This was not actually a good game, to be honest.
जी रोहित दा काफी निराश. अब थोड़ा बढ़ते हैं कोपा अमेरिका पे. पहले ही आ जाएंगे राजोशिदा के पास. राजोशिदा के टीम बहुत अच्छा प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं ब्राजील. आपको कैसा लगा ब्राजील वर्सेस पेरू, राजोशिदा?
एज यूजुअल मेरे को लगा ही था वन साइडेड गेम होगा और ब्राजील विल डोमिनेट द ग्रुप. I firmly believe that, and I think that's what's happening, and that will be happening in future as well. So I think this will be the scenario for the rest of the game. I think they will dominate, and I believe they will. I think they should score more goals. Actually, they are settling for 3-4 goals, but ultimately a win is a win. Yes, but I think they should actually convert a lot of opportunities into goals. That is where I think Brazil should work upon because this is the opportunity. Before the next World Cup, we are in a prime showdown where they can actually look after their problems and get into the solution and convert a lot of opportunities into goals. Because one thing there needs to be remembered that all these European giants have the to the next World Cup. Okay, you can see the likes of Germany, you can see the likes of France, Portugal, England, Netherlands. They are coming up really well. So I feel yep. I think Brazil needs to up pressure which they are actually creating at the moment and go on to score more goals. And as usual, I think they could be a team to look forward in the next World Cup. It's a big opportunity for them coming to the Copas. I think they will. I firmly believe they will go on to dominate the group. Along with that, they will ultimately go on the title. If they face Argentina, that might be a very good challenge because Argentina, they are playing really well at the moment. They got a very good win against Uruguay, a 1-0 win against the maestro, the magician. He came into the frame, Lionel Messi, to name the best and he gives his best at the correct moment. You talk of the moment and he just delivers it for his team. I think Messi is coming in really good. Argentina are playing really well. I do believe that Argentina are facing much more challenging teams compared to Brazil. So I firmly believe Argentina will have a lot of confidence coming into the moving into the semi-finals and if not the finals. So Brazil, I think they will face the ultimate challenge when it comes to the finals, which will be, I guess, against the Argentina team, and that might be you can still say it will be a 60-40 to Brazil, but I do feel that might be the time when Messi might come out from the shadows and enlightens us and light up the moment and score a magnificent goal and win it for Argentina, get his first trophy for his national team. So I really hope we can get to see that spectacle in front of our eyes if it is possible for Brazil and Argentina to get a face-off into the finals. So I firmly believe Brazil will continue to dominate this group.
Okay. शाग्निक, आपको कैसा लगा ब्राजील का गेम?
Firstly, I would like to say a quote which Zlatan Ibrahimovic says कि lions, you can't compare them with humans. ठीक है, ये मैं क्यों बोलूँगा? Like Brazil is far away from all the other teams of the tournament. क्योंकि sole reason उनमें नेमार है. नेमार is right now currently इस गोल के बाद obviously fanboy. Big fanboy. Neymar is right now the second highest international goal scorer in the history of Brazil. और complete attacker है, मतलब he dribbles, he scores, he makes spaces for others to score. मतलब he's a complete player. Also ब्राजील का इस टाइम अटैक और कॉम्बिनेशन बहुत अच्छा है, which you can see in the third goal. बहुत अच्छा टीम प्ले, उसके बाद रिचार्लिसन का पास और फिर स्कोर. लास्ट में रिचार्लिसन खुद स्कोर किया कुंफू करके, मतलब एक वापस आया बॉल फिर मार के गोल किया. बट ऑल इन ऑल अ ग्रेट गेम फॉर ब्राजील. 4-0 कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव विन, एंड आई थिंक अगर कुछ मेजर अपसेट नहीं हुआ तो ब्राजील इज गोइंग टू विन द कोपा अगेन दिस टाइम.
ठीक है, अब बढ़ते हैं अर्जेंटीना वर्सेस उरुग्वे के तरफ. रोहित दा, अर्जेंटीना वर्सेस उरुग्वे, मिडफील्ड में काफी दोनों टीम बिजी रही, क्या बोलना चाहेंगे?
It was actually a phenomenal game of midfield. अगर अर्जेंटीना और उरुग्वे को देखोगे, ठीक है, they are actually caught up with player like they have the best player. Of course, Lionel Messi comes into the midfield, and then comes in there was this guy Rodrigo De Paul who basically came in. So according to me, like it was the best midfield game that happened, like best game of midfield that came into the picture. It wasn't about complete attacks, it wasn't about drastic end-to-end football जो हम लोग ने देखा. ठीक है, मेरे ख्याल से मुझे ये लगा कि both the teams were interested in creating something. Like another important factor जो मैच में play किया, that was the Argentine defense. I mean, the guy forgetting his name, जो pair up किया था Otamendi का साथ. It was a phenomenal defensive show, an attacking line that basically comes up with the fact of Cavani and Suarez. Cavani showed that why he is one of the best defenders of Europe, like in Europe at the moment, playing for Manchester United, best strikers in Premier League at the moment. At the same time, Suarez showed that why is he important for Atletico Madrid by scoring that goal that won them the La Liga, right? So, ये दो attackers एक साथ, it is very difficult to stop that attacking lineup. But कहीं पे मुझे लगा कि अर्जेंटीना का midfield was superior that won them the game. A special mention for Rodrigo De Paul. Rodrigo De Paul was phenomenal in the game. It's got twists, it's got turns. There was another important thing that I really loved about this guy, his positioning sense. He was positioning himself to surroundings very wonderfully. And given the fact that Rodrigo plays such a phenomenal role, that makes things a lot easier for Lionel Messi. Because we single-handedly for Argentina for a long time. But now that Rodrigo has played an impressive game, we believe that he can, live up to his expectations in the forthcoming games as well. We will actually see a challenge from this Argentine team. Coming to the strike of Argentina. Argentina will need to ensure that Lautaro Martinez starts firing, because if Lautaro Martinez cannot start firing, then it will be a challenge for the Argentine team. They have got Aguero on the bench. Aguero को मेरे ख्याल से खिलाना चाहिए. That is important. Another important factor, that is the ability of Angel Di Maria. Di Maria is available, but I believe he will make this midfield even more powerful when he combines with Messi and Rodrigo De Paul. Because Di Maria is a very unpredictable player. He has got his shooting range, he's got a lot of accuracy when it comes to shots. Range is extraordinary. So मेरे ख्याल से Di Maria should be added to this team. But once again, Argentina is actually surpassing expectations right now. So I just hope they continue doing this, because I want the final to be between Argentina and Brazil. To be very honest, they are good teams. They are the best teams of the southern continent. I know Chile has been the champions of the last 2 times. Uruguay has been doing a very decent job, but an Argentina versus Brazil face-off is always a delicious delight for the football fans across the globe.
Exactly. हाँ राजुदा बोलिए.
I have a question for Rohit. If Brazil and Argentina face off, so we all know that Brazil are the favorites. So the way Argentina are playing right now, what are the chances do you give Argentina of beating Brazil if they face off in the final? Along with that, what do you think? How will Messi come up? Because he has been lacking the credentials for his national side. Cristiano Ronaldo has already won a Euros with Portugal, and Messi has been lacking that you know, as I told you, the credentials for his national side, he has been scoring goals. That's great for him. But that's great for him in a personal basis. Do you think like Messi will come up in if he like plays against Brazil? Then this is the moment for him where we can actually expect him to come up and give his best and enlighten us and you know come the all guns blazing and get a trophy in hand for his national squad. This is the moment for him. What are the chances do you feel?
Thanks for the question, Rajarshi. Like you said, that if Messi plays at his very best, can he win Argentina the title? The day Messi plays at his best, even if a team of aliens are up against him, let's say the characters from Doctor Who, like Sylvine, and then whoever you want, Sylvine, Daleks, whoever you want to bring in and against the other team, Messi will still go ahead and defeat them because he's God. Messi is God, and we are all aware of it. Because the day जिस दिन Messi का राज चले, the other teams are sure to go down. But again, you cannot win the tournament on your own. Brazil is right now the sole favorites to win this tournament. But once again, you need to understand that this Argentine team has also got potential. It's not entirely visible on Messi. It has got the likes of De Paul. It's got the likes of Rodriguez. Giovanni Lo Celso is also having a decent tournament. And they also have Aguero on the bench. Most likely Aguero's credentials aren't that great for the national team. But अगर वर्ल्ड कप में आइसलैंड का साथ जो गोल किया था अग्वेरो, if you go by that, he's still a very deadly striker. And just to remind you that if he can be fed with the ball, we know what kind of destruction he's capable of, like the way he continues for Manchester City. However, there's just one important factor that you also need to know. That is, जैसे तुमने बोला कि if Messi stays at his best, what if Neymar stays at his best at the other end as well? Because he is an equally great player. So if both the player comes at their best, believe me, it will be a very intensifying battle of football. And I know, forget me, like no matter whichever football pundit will be sitting out there, I am pretty sure they will not have the guts to go ahead and predict the winner of a game जहाँ पे Messi and Neymar are at their phenomenal best. However, that Brazil will have a slight advantage given their goalkeeper. That is Alisson. Alisson is a phenomenal name. However, the Argentine goalkeeping has been very questionable. Otamendi played a good game in the defense, yes, but again, Otamendi is very inconsistent. And Otamendi is also past his prime, so we do not know when will he fail. That will be another challenge for the Argentine team. One more thing, जैसे तुमने बोला कि Ronaldo has already one trophy for the national side, and Messi has 1-0. So how does that factor comes into his head? You see, these players are beyond these kind of comparisons. We fans make this comparison, but these players are such icons of the sport now. When they take the field, all that matters to them is what comes next. A game is not won by history. A game is not won on the pen and paper. A game is not won by statistics. A game is won by a good gelled team. A game is won by moments of madness. A game is won by individual and instinctive brilliance. Or individual and instinctive brilliance अगर कहे, that is Messi, that is Neymar. Collective brilliance अगर कहे, Messi, De Paul, Rodriguez, Giovanni Lo Celso, और अगर ब्राजील का लक खराब चल जाए तो लौटारो मार्टिनेज या फिर एंजेल डी मारिया एंड कुन अगुएरो. ठीक है, कलेक्टिव ब्रिलियंस फॉर ब्राजील क्या है? They have gotten the likes of Casemiro, they have gotten the likes of Richarlison, Neymar, Alex Sandro, and Ribeiro. Everything was having gem of a tournament. So believe me, it's gonna be a cracker of a game. And believe me, I will never ever, even if I'm placed at a gunpoint and I am being asked, let's see, यार ये मैच का prediction बोल दो, मेरा हिम्मत नहीं है वो मैच का prediction बोलने का. Talking about Argentina beating Brazil, it's difficult. Honestly, it's difficult. But football is chaos. The beauty about football is chaos. जैसे Hungary went ahead and drew with France. That was not because they wanted beauty for themselves. If you look at this Hungary team in Euro, they are not going for beauty. Football, going for passes. All they are going for is brutal, old school, physical football. They knew that they couldn't outdo France in pace. All they did was throwing bodies in the line, and that is what matters. Strategy to counter. ये जो Brazil team है, they are a very good unit, right? However, we are all like, I don't know, अगर तुम 2002 का वर्ल्ड कप देखोगे, ब्राजील वाज अनस्टॉपेबल. However, Brazil had almost the same team. थोड़ा बहुत changes हुआ था, but almost the same team in the 1998 World Cup. And France literally had no clue how to stop Ronaldo. But then it was Zidane and Dori who came together, devised the strategy, and hit back Brazil on counter. So it's completely dependent on how Argentina, counter Brazil's strategy, because Brazil ka strategy is playing beautiful football, playing a good team game, playing a good one-touch and passing game. So if you need to stop that, like see again, 2010 final, if I'm not sorry, 2014 final, जहाँ पे Brazil got humiliated. There was just one man who was taken out of the equation, and that was Neymar, right? But so tell me one thing: if Neymar is out of the equation, how can the entire team get destabilized? The only reason it happened was because the coordination was broken. So similarly, I'm not saying that Argentina will go to injure someone. I'm not saying that Neymar will be out of the tournament. But what I'm saying is, beautiful football can be interrupted in two ways. One is man marking, which completely shatters until and unless someone is extremely brilliant to come out of man marking, it shatters the game. Right? And the second one is physical football. Now, I don't think this Argentine team has got that physicality in them to play the physical football. So maybe man marking. Maybe. That's my observation that I can say. But that's all. And again, I will not predict a winner from this game. This game is beyond anyone's recognition, beyond anyone's thought process. Because maybe Neymar will be at his very best. Maybe Messi will be at his very best. Maybe Martinez is at his very best. If Lautaro Martinez turns into what he is for Inter Milan, believe me, he can spell doom for any team single-handedly. Right? That is the advantage of Argentina. Similarly, the Brazil team is equally brilliant. Let's say Messi doesn't play. Let's say he doesn't. But sorry, no, not Messi. Let's say Neymar doesn't play. But they still have got the likes of Richarlison. Richarlison may not be as extraordinary as the remaining Brazil team, but we are all aware of the fact what kind of goal scoring prowess he has got. And at the same time, और एक नाम तो मैं लेना चाहूँगा यार. Brazil has got a very good goal scorer. Forget Neymar, forget Richarlison, forget Everton Ribeiro. They have got Alisson to score goals if they need. If you remember, it was Alisson who saved Liverpool by scoring that all-important goal. So if you suddenly see Alisson running down the pitch and scoring a goal, I won't be surprised. Like last episode में शाग्निक ने कहा कि यार भूल जाओ रविचंद्रन, भूल जाओ हर किसी को. Chris Gayle is the best off spinner in the world. So I won't mind calling Alisson as the best striker of the world if he scores that all-important goal.
No, you have to agree that Lord Bentner is the best striker in the world. We can't disagree on this point.
I agree.
चलिए, मजा आ गया आज. अभी भी अर्जेंटीना अपने बेस्ट 11 मुझे नहीं लग रहा है स्टार्ट करे, क्योंकि अगुएरो, डी मारिया भी फर्स्ट 11 में नहीं है अभी. बाद में आ रहे हैं जैसे डी मारिया.
Ideally, Aguero is not a starter. Argentine team का अगर तुम हिस्ट्री फॉलो किया, Aguero is not a starter. वर्ल्ड कप में स्टार्ट किया था हर एक मैच, but Aguero starts less. I personally believe Angel Di Maria should be starting more frequently. Same goes for Pizzella and Leandro Paredes, because these three are very important players. अगर Di Maria और Paredes, if they can combine well, this can be even for a deadlier attack for Argentina.
ठीक है, चलिए आज शटर बंद करने का टाइम हो गया है. बहुत जोर का भूख भी लग गया है, मम्मी चिल्ला भी रही है. सो बेसिकली बहुत मजा आया.
प्रॉब्लम्स
की बोल ली सुंदर लम्बा.
मतलब इंडियन इन्फ्लुएंसर प्रॉब्लम्स.
ओ अच्छा, ठीक है, ये ज्यादा काटते हो अबे. हाँ, तो बहुत मजा आया. चलिए बहुत जल्द मिलते हैं फिर से, और गुड नाइट. सब ख्याल रखिए अपना, और प्लीज अगर हम लोगों का शो आप लोगों को पसंद आ रहा है, प्लीज लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिए हमारे चैनल को. हम लोगों को और ज्यादा खुशी होगी और मोटिवेशन भी मिलेगा. तो थैंक यू, गुड नाइट, स्टे सेफ.